Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Smackdown Live Week 5. We open up with the New Day coming to the ring. Maybe
all three, maybe just two, maybe just one.
Maybe it's... who really knows? We haven't seen anything from Big E yet here.
We have not, but we're kicking off SmackDown with the most electrifying, entertaining group in the entire roster, as far as I'm concerned. This week, they're coming out with some pancakes, and Francesca, and some wobbly knees.
Here we go. We got Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston coming to the ring here, apparently for some tag team action. Not too sure what this one's about here.
We really need to start pressing the management and get an update on what we're commentating on all night.
I just want better living conditions.
That too.
That's all I want.
That too. But like you said, we're kicking off with some tag team action. Kofi and Xavier Woods super happy about it. So looks like they might have another shot towards the tag team championships based on their expressions.
Maybe. SmackDown so far continuing the almost heavy emphasis on the tag team division here. Starting off the first show after the Royal Rumble, where Breezango captured the tag team belts. So maybe this is potentially for the next team in line to face them.
I certainly hope so. I would love to see the New Day versus Breezango. That would be an incredible match to see, as we have heavy machinery. At least their music is hitting in there. They are, Big Tuck and Dozer. Let's get this show on the road. I'm excited to kick off SmackDown with this match.
I love these beautiful big boys, and they had their last chance there, but they didn't really let it go.
They did not. They must have been pressing Goldust for another shot. And Goldust says, well, you want another shot, you got to beat the best team on the brand.
The New Day.
I mean, I guess technically the best team would be Breezango. But the best non-champion team.
Yeah, this is fair. The New Day, they're doozy.
They are a doozy. They're a very powerful team. Of course, Big E being the powerhouse of the group, but Kofi and Xavier are nothing to ignore.
Nope. Big E nowhere to be seen yet. We're not too sure. Maybe he's going to be focusing on singles competition from here on, but it's hard to say.
Otis going for a big swing, and he actually connects with the second one. Both men now squaring off, but Otis taking full advantage. And now Xavier turning it around. Went for a grapple there, but Otis just shoved him off like he was nothing. Just
Otis
a ragdoll.
is just a little bit too strong there, Astro. I don't think Xavier has a full grasp of just what kind of a man Otis Dozovic is.
I don't think anyone has a grasp of what kind of man Otis Dozovic is.
I don't know if Otis Dozovic has a grasp on what type of man that Otis Dozovic is.
Yeah, he's a strange man, and he can do some crazy things. That caterpillar move, I love that. We haven't seen it. We've only seen it once, I believe, since they were on the show the past couple of weeks. But maybe we'll see it tonight. Who knows? He's just isolating Xavier in the corner, trying to keep him from Kofi.
That he is. He's doing a good job, though, keeping him just on the other side of the ring there, not the other opposite corner, but just far enough that Xavier is alone and seemingly helpless as Otis Dozovic lays into him.
A roundhouse punch, if you will. Not a roundhouse kick, but a roundhouse punch. As now both men, they go for a tag team maneuver as both men in the ring. What are they going to do here is a double shoulder tackle. And now Xavier going for the hot tag, will look like, but Tucker stopped him before he could get there.
Tucker shut him down immediately here. He's coming in, he's fresh, he's ready. Xavier Woods has been taking quite a beating here, so...
A little close to Kofi, though. Gotta be careful here they don't manage to make a hot tag or just Kofi tagging himself in at all at this situation. All he has to do is reach down and just tap him on the shoulder.
That he does, but we had a vicious right hand to Xavier Woods there, knocking him down, like shutting down any momentum that he had, as Tucker Knight literally steps over Xavier Woods.
Beautiful gut wrench suplex as well from Tucker there, leading up to that stomp, as well as a beautiful hip toss.
That it is, almost throwing him towards the corner, making him think that he was going for another tag team move with Otis, but bringing him back into a hip toss there. So they're doing a good job of catching Xavier Woods off guard here.
As not to mention isolating, as Kofi is only just now getting in this match for the first time, and Otis and Tucker are very fresh in this match. As we see another beautiful hip toss. This one a little bit more flair than the last one.
That it was. Tucker Knight is, they're feeling pretty confident here.
Big reversal from Kofi Kingston here on Tucker as now he hits a beautiful basement dropkick.
Let's see here. It's nice to see Kofi Kingston come in. He's the freshest man of this tag team so far, but he has one heck of a opposing team here in the heavy machinery. They're two big, strong boys here, and they got their work cut out for him, but Kofi Kingston making quick short of work here of Tucker Knight.
Absolutely isolating Tucker and knocking Otis to the ground as well. Kofi has the ring awareness to know that if he's not careful, Otis could come in behind him. Beautiful leg drop as well from the top rope. That's gotta hurt.
That it does. Doing a little dance there around Tucker Knight, showing him that, yes, it is a big challenge, but they're the New Day. They're here to have fun.
They're always having fun. If they're not goofing around, I wouldn't say that they're really taking the match seriously.
I would agree with you wholeheartedly there as we get Xavier Woods diving axe handle straight to Tucker Knight's arm. Probably not the best idea here, going to be honest.
Definitely not, but if you take out the arm, he can't do his elbow drop.
This is true.
Now he went for a belly-to-belly, but Xavier Woods elbowing his way out of that.
That it did. Throws him in the corner right next to Kofi there as they get ready here. Looks like they're going to go for the
big ending with a beautiful move from both men as now they go for the pin. Otis is in the ring, though. Breaking it up.
There he goes. He's a big man, but he is quick.
Big knee to the face from Xavier to Otis.
And Kofi Kingston dropkicked the referee from behind.
That is not a good scene from the New Day. Almost turning a little sideways here, but big finish from Xavier onto Otis, kind of taking him out of this match for the time being. So we see a beautiful dropkick from Kofi, but he just missed. Tucker just barely stepping out of the way on that one.
Seems like there was some miscommunication there between Kofi and Xavier Woods as Kofi climbed to the top rope, seemingly going for the boom leg drop.
I believe that is what it is called, the boom drop.
But then Xavier actually pulled Tucker up, got him to his feet, and then got out of the ring, almost leaving Kofi stranded on the top rope as he dove and tried to do something, and it all went downhill from there.
It 100% did. We just missed Tucker doing a double underhook suplex of sorts, which I believe is one of his singles finishers. We don't see very often. Normally, both of these men will only do their group finishers. So it's very interesting to see that move from Tucker as well. We just see his springboard back elbow drop.
An incredible maneuver from Tucker there. That was highly impressive. The wherewithal to get Kofi down, spring off of the ropes, dive off, and get that beautiful elbow.
It's looking like we're about to see it right here as we have Tucker going for the clothesline. Otis picking him up, and there's the body slam. That is their tag team finisher as we now have Xavier coming into the ring, breaking it up. So unfortunately, it did not get them the win, but Tucker really needs to tag Otis out here. Oh no, sorry. He's already tagged out. Missed that.
There you go. That's the thing. But the ref managed to catch it there, which is what matters here. As we get Xavier Woods working on Otis a little bit before he has to quickly slide out of the ring.
Remember, Otis, Xavier is not the legal man here. It is indeed Kofi.
That is true. He is working on him there, working on the shoulders of Kofi Kingston, trying to take out whatever he can there.
Now pulling Xavier in the ring for some strange reason. Otis, what are you thinking here?
Don't know. Don't even want to know what Otis is thinking, to be honest.
So he hits him with a beautiful shoulder tackle, knocking him to the ground, picking him back up. I'm at a loss for what Otis is doing here. And then he went for a clothesline, but missed terribly.
Yep, not too sure what Otis is doing here, but he paid for it with a Russian leg sweep as Kofi on the other side tried to get at Tucker, but he managed to get the boot up, taking him down.
He did indeed, as now we see Kofi going back to the top rope, but Otis is on his feet. So we finally see that dropkick connect from Kofi Kingston.
Yeah, we do. Looked like he was almost going to the other corner, corner ring post there as we get the boom drop coming here.
We got the New Day and the boom drop, as now we're going to see what I can only imagine is Kofi Kingston taking full control of this match as he's setting everything up to work towards the New Day's favor.
That he is. Tagging in Kofi Kingston there, getting him up for the big ending in homage to Big E Langston.
Hitting that drop from the top, or sorry, from the middle ropes, going for the cover. And that's a kick out at 2.5. Xavier
Otis
can't believe it as he goes for the stomps, but Otis is a tough man. He can't be put down that easily.
That he can't, but he was able to bust him open there with that flying elbow. Otis Dozovic is dazed, bloody, and angry right now as he's in the ring with Xavier Woods, and he's going to make him pay for what he's done here so far.
He most certainly has. Don't forget as well that I believe the New Day have hit their signature moves on both parties of the Heavy Machinery, and Heavy Machinery have only gotten to do it once. So it's anyone's game at this point. Either man could win. Either man from either team could win at this point. Kofi can make his way in the ring to break up that tag.
That is true. Tucker tried to stop Kofi there, but he wasn't quite able to, as the referee is very close to the action here right now. Ooh, big miscommunication from Heavy Machinery there. It looked like Otis was trying to get a suplex there on top of Xavier Woods, dealing massive damage there.
It would have been a big blow to Xavier and Kofi in that situation. But unfortunately, Tucker came in with a clothesline from behind and knocked both men out of the hole. As now we have Xavier kicking out of a pin, going for some kicks, and now throwing Otis into the corner.
That is, what is Xavier even trying to do here?
I'm pretty sure he was under the impression that Kofi was in the corner. Couldn't quite get there, as now he's setting something up for himself. Calling for the New Day, hitting the roll, and I believe that's a move he calls the honor roll.
There you go. So Xavier Woods here in the ring, pinning Otis Dozovic.
Tucker not moving at all, having faith in Otis that he can kick out of that move. That's very risky.
It was a rightfully placed faith, though, because Otis was fine with it.
He managed to kick out. And now we're going to see that knee again one more time.
As Xavier Woods is trying to make the pin.
This time Kofi's in the ring, distracting Tucker long enough for Xavier to get the 3 count, and the New Day are victorious in this match.
To something. Now, whether or not it's going to be another total opportunity, it's hard to say here yet because we haven't actually gotten any confirmation yet.
That is true. But I do love that Goldust is keeping the tag team division alive and well. They're present on almost every single week of the show.
That they are. But the New Day pulled out a very hard-fought victory against Heavy Machinery. Both teams looking strong in this contest here. So, Breezango have their work cut out for them already here.
They most certainly do. They have a huge pool of opponents that are very, very talented. So it's anyone's game at this point. But of course, New Day making their steps closer to that championship run at some point.
That they are. And it will be hard to deny them.
It most certainly will, as then we move on to the next match. And I believe we've got Aleister Black in the building.
Now, I actually do know something about this match. This is a qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber for the WWE Championship. This is the first of, I believe, 4 or 5. No, it's got to be 5.
It's got to be 5.
It's got to be 5. So we have Aleister Black against somebody for the first spot in the Elimination Chamber.
Well, this will be very interesting to see as, of course, we know the champion. I don't think we've addressed this at all yet tonight. The Royal Rumble, of course, Big Van Vader taking the victory over The Undertaker, becoming the WWE Winged Eagle champion.
I would say that it was a little bit of an upset there. I don't think a lot of people were expecting Vader to pull out the victory, but he still had a lot to prove here and wanted to show that he has what it takes to be the champion in the WWE.
Now, of course, the way the Elimination Chamber works, 6 men go in, 1 man comes out, elimination style. It's in the name, of course.
That it is. So the first proper title defense for Big Van Vader is one heck of a challenge here so far. If he managed to pull this out, it's going to look very impressive for him. If not, his WWE career story might come to an end a little bit quicker than anticipated.
Most certainly. Of course, if he comes in at the beginning, he might have to fight through 5 other men to keep his belt. Of course, he could be one of the men in the pods. For anyone who doesn't know how the Elimination Chamber works, there are 4 pods, and 4 men go in there, 2 men start the match, elimination style. If they get pinned at all, they're out, and every so many minutes, a pod will open and a new member will come out and join the match, leading to a total of 6 men in the ring if no one's been eliminated.
That is true, and potentially one of those 6 men is this man right here, Shinsuke Nakamura.
His debut singles match on the brand, other than being in the Royal Rumble last night, or 2 nights ago, sorry.
This is the first time we've seen both of these members of the Smackdown roster on their respective brands, so we're fleshing out a little bit here now. There are a lot of people in the Rumble that we didn't know where they were, or what brands they represented.
We just knew they were in the company. We didn't know where they were 'cause they hadn't made an appearance on any particular brand. But we're seeing it now. Aleister versus Shinsuke. This is going to be a crazy match. Providing it's just these 2 men. There could be a 3rd man, 4th man. Who knows?
That is
Goldust makes some weird things.
I feel like it's going to be a singles match here first, because I don't think Goldust wants to take this matchup from us.
This is a first, and it's going to be absolutely beautiful. Of course, Shinsuke, most well known for his time in New Japan.
That he is bringing prestige to the Intercontinental Championship over there, much like Bobby Roode is doing on the Raw brand.
100%, as of course remember from last night, Bobby Roode with that upset victory over the champion.
That he did.
But now we're getting into this match, and this, honestly, is probably more important, because this matchup has never been seen before. Aleister Black, Shinsuke, big knee from Shinsuke.
You got to think here, there's going to be a lot of big, hard, heavy strikes in this match here between Shinsuke and Aleister Black. Shinsuke with his Kinshasa, and Aleister Black with the Black Mass kick.
Lots of kicking and lots of knees in this match.
That it is. Shinsuke Nakamura, known as the King of Strong Style, but the Dutch Destroyer. Aleister Black is not known to hold back any of his punches or kicks either, as we see a beautiful flurry on Shinsuke, taking him down to the mat.
You're absolutely correct. And especially that Black Mass kick will take your head off.
And it comes out of nowhere too. It's hard to anticipate when it's going to come, because he can throw it at you anytime he pleases, and it's always devastating no matter when he hits it.
Absolutely, as we now see Shinsuke taking a little bit of control with a beautiful suplex onto Aleister, but Aleister in general taking the upper hand in this match.
Now, we did talk about both of their striking, but we got to remember that both of these people as well are very competent grapplers in wrestling as well, but they're more known for their striking abilities, so that's probably going to be the highlight of this match here. Hard-hitting, fast action.
Absolutely, as we saw a beautiful Russian leg sweep from Shinsuke there, and now a beautiful dragon screw leg takedown. There you go. I'm getting the moves down now. Beautiful. I'm gonna call it an exploder fisherman suplex.
A dragon suplex or dragon leg takedown, sorry, is a move that Shinsuke Nakamura is very familiar with from all of his times of wrestling Hiroshi Tanahashi in New Japan. A move very famous for him, so it's a little bit surprising when you see Aleister Black able to get that move off on Shinsuke.
It's very, very interesting to see indeed, as we saw a beautiful grappling ability there from Aleister Black, now taking Shinsuke to the ground with a beautiful DDT as well. Kick to the back.
Maybe he's looking here saying he's going to have to do a little bit more in his repertoire than just the strong strikes and the back and forth to take down Shinsuke Nakamura. He might have to go to that grappling repertoire that he's, you know, built up over these years.
Beautiful power slam from Shinsuke. Sorry to cut you off there, Plastic.
Don't worry about it.
Shinsuke is turning this match around in a way I didn't expect. As now he went for a diving elbow off the top rope, is barely connecting, but managing to knock Aleister down to the ground.
That it did. It looked a little bit gross for both men there, but it worked out in Shinsuke's favor, as Aleister Black is able to slip off his back and give him a inverted DDT.
Looking like now he's going to take the upper hand, hitting another DDT. It's not good for Shinsuke, as now Aleister is completely turning this match around, hitting him with a brainbuster suplex.
Something of the sort here. Alistair is quickly gaining the upper hand here.
So we now see Alistair, big kick to the side of the head.
Like he was going for something and then just said, screw it, I'm just going to kick you in the face, and that seemed to work just fine here.
There's that black mass kick out of nowhere that we were talking about just moments ago. Is this over already?
Yep. Aleister Black has pulled out a victory over the King of Strong Style, earning the first spot in the Elimination Chamber. Yeah, I expected a little bit more to that, but once you hit the black mass, that's it.
That's it. It's lights out. Unfortunately for Shinsuke, maybe he'll get another opportunity down the road, but it looks like his time is up for the Elimination Chamber. And Aleister Black moves forward, like you said, the first entrant, other than Vader. So I guess technically he's the second entrant, but we'll ignore that part.
I'm very excited to see who else is going to be in this match here. I suppose
Fade to
we'll find
black
out next week.
Moving to the main event. I cut you off again.
Look at you. Look at you. Oh, yeah. Aleister Black fades to black. Haha. So original there, Astra. So original.
I try my best.
But now, coming off his hot, hard-fought victory last night, we have Heath Slater regaining his position in the SmackDown roster, earning his spot here. Rhino, of course, has been kicked off of the brand here, leaving a open, vacated spot in the roster. We know that Goldust likes to keep a set number, so that means he got to bring somebody else in.
That is a very good point. And remember, we did see a few people show up at the Rumble the other night. Both AJ Styles and Pete Dunne. Could either of those men fill that spot?
No, who really knows? It'd be nice to see, but what do we got here?
I'm not sure. I don't recognize this music. Is that...
That is the best kept secret. Buddy Murphy.
Very interesting to see. We've got Buddy Murphy versus Heath Slater for a singles match in the main event on SmackDown.
This is a little bit weird. Not too sure what Goldust is going for here.
We were saying he needed to fill that roster spot. It's looking like we may have just done that.
Yeah, looks like Buddy Murphy is the newest member of the SmackDown Live roster.
That's a beautiful dive underneath the rope there. That's risky. I would have probably crashed my skull into the post, but good on him for being able to hit that.
Yep, I'll give it to Buddy Murphy. He is an incredible performer here, and I love whenever he comes to the ring here. He has this cocky, disgusting, prickish attitude, but it is hard-earned for all of his time on the 205 Live. He was the backbone of that alongside Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali, who was also featured on SmackDown Live.
That is a good point.
That it is. What do we got here?
Looking like a brainchild of Goldust, as we've got Goldust's face there on the side. It's a Galactic Championship.
This is a brand new belt debuting for SmackDown Live, and seemingly it's going to be Heath Slater versus the debuting Buddy Murphy for the WWE Galactic Championship.
It does seem that way. The crowd a little soft on the reveal of that championship.
I think they're a little bit perplexed, a little bit confused, not really sure what to think about it here.
I'm with them, because I'm very confused as well. Now Buddy Murphy reversing Heath Slater there out of that suplex. Took a little too long with the stalling suplex, I believe, and Buddy Murphy just got wise of it. Now a beautiful backbreaker, or gutbuster, sorry.
Oh my god, incredible of Buddy Murphy throwing Heath Slater around like that. You gotta remember, there is a fairly big size advantage here for Heath Slater. He is not a small man, and Buddy Murphy, of course, competed on 205 Live as a cruiserweight.
This is very interesting to see out of both these parties right now, but I'm excited to call this match, to be honest.
That we do, but it's also nice to see here Heath Slater getting a reward for his hard-fought victory against Rhino last night. As we know, his career was on his line. He has kids. He needs this job, and now he gets an opportunity at a brand new title.
That's exactly it. He missed out on his chance for the Tag Team Championships thanks, well, I guess partly to do with himself, but also thanks to Rhino. So now he's got another opportunity to get some championship gold, maybe a bit of a pay raise, if he can take the victory against Buddy Murphy here.
That it is.
Going for a top wrist lock. And Buddy Murphy with a couple of quick punches to the ribs, kind of working his way out of it.
I also want to point out there's very little gold on that belt. Literally only just gold dust and what I actually believe was Macho Man.
I thought I saw that as well. I just kind of got a glimpse of that at the last second. I believe that was Macho Man's face.
Like,
pay respects to the the best in the world, but it's gold dust. What can we expect? This is something straight out of his closet, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he probably just had it sitting around here as Buddy Murphy slides back into the ring here. Heath Slater tried to have some upper hand there, but Buddy Murphy slipping outside on the apron there. Back body drop on the apron of the ring. They're taking Heath Slater down. This is not looking too good for him.
Heath Slater may be in a bad spot right now as he hits a beautiful brainbuster suplex on Heath Slater to the outside. That cannot feel good. That is concrete underneath that padding plastic. That is not good to be dropped on your head, to say the least.
As we get Buddy Murphy setting Heath Slater up for something there.
Heath Slater catching the leg, reversing, hitting a beautiful reverse STO type move. One of his signature moves, I know that.
I got nothing. It came out of nowhere and it hit fast and hit Buddy Murphy hard as he seems completely out of it here right now.
Beautiful leg drop. Leg breaker, maybe?
The thing is, Buddy Murphy has some vicious knees here, and I think Aleister Black, or sorry, not Aleister Black, my mind is still in the last match. I think Heath Slater may have seen some of his matches from 205 Live, and he knows that if you want to take down Buddy Murphy, you need to take out his striking ability, because those vicious knees will come out of nowhere, and they do a lot of damage to you.
Now Heath Slater tuning up the band, but Buddy Murphy realized what he was doing and caught him while he was taunting.
That it did.
These wrestlers need to learn they can't be taunting all the time. Unfortunately, it usually leads to you getting punched in the face.
You want to play to the crowd? Sure, that's nice and all, but you really shouldn't when you got a brand new, fresh opponent like Buddy Murphy debuting on Smackdown Live here.
Put him in a beautiful crossface here, right like inches from the ropes, almost teasing Slater like, reach for the ropes, I dare you. Slater working his way out of it. Beautiful arm drag takedown. Buddy Murphy working his way back up. Heath Slater got some offense to put in. He just punches Buddy in the guts, and he falls over.
Very strange of Buddy Murphy to even go up on the ropes there at that point there. As Heath Slater goes up top, Buddy Murphy just wisely runs to the other side of the ring there.
Not quite sure what Heath Slater was trying to do in that situation. But Buddy going back to the top rope again. Big drop kick connecting to the side of the head of Heath Slater. As now we can only imagine Buddy is getting ready to put the finisher on this match.
That he is going for that brain buster we saw on the outside again once more. Taking down Heath Slater straight to the mat as he got to be getting ready to hit the finish and close up this match here.
It's looking like it. He's going for that typical pump handle that we see. I've never seen a move like that.
It's almost like a variation of his finisher is Murphy's Law. That was a weird variation on it. I guess he struggled to get Heath Slater up in the normal way that he does. But Buddy Murphy pulling out the victory in his debut on SmackDown Live for the Galactic Championship.
I was just about to say, not only is this his debut match on the show, but he just won a championship in his debut match on the show.
That he did.
Almost comparing himself, in my opinion, to Bobby Roode, also winning a championship on his debut show.
Maybe.
So, could we see an overlap in these two men in the future? Who knows? But we do know Heath Slater worked hard to try and provide for his kids, but unfortunately Buddy Murphy got the upper hand as we see that beautiful belt one more time.
Yeah. It's a belt for sure.
Someone needs to talk to JoJo. She just called it the Universal Championship, but that's okay.
I don't know if I would call it beautiful, but it's a belt nonetheless, and Buddy Murphy now has a long, tough road of trying to make that belt worth something. And if anybody can do it, it's the best kept secret. Buddy Murphy on SmackDown Live We'll see you next week for Monday Night Raw.